Yo, what is up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this NBA channel. So let's get straight into it. This one man has arguably had the biggest impact in the NBA, on and off the court. The mystery man in that thumbnail that I'm going to be talking about is Jerry West. Some of y'all probably never heard about him before. Because you might be young, you might even claim that you never seen the man before. But you actually have. You literally just seen him at the beginning of this video. He is the official logo of the NBA. A little light skin, okay.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit.
And what he has done in the NBA as a player, coach, executive, GM, consultant, has truly been sensational. How can one man play such a huge part in creating some of the greatest teams of all time? And in total, he was a part of 11 NBA championships. And he only won one as an actual player in the NBA. I'm gonna give you guys a brief summary of Jerry West's NBA career. West was a 6'2" point guard who played for the Los Angeles Clippers for his entire 14-year NBA career. Dude was really skilled for his time back then. I watched some of this dude's highlights and he completely tore people up in the offensive and defensive end of the floor. By just the age of 23 in his second year in the NBA, he averaged 31 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists per game. He completely took over that Lakers team in the 60s, all the way until 1974, when he retired at the age of 35. Overall, this dude had a tremendous NBA career. He made the All-Star game every single year he was in the league. He's number 25 in all-time scoring, and he's also one of the clutchest players that the league has ever seen. And a little fun fact here too, and I didn't know this, but did you guys know that Jerry West was the only player in NBA history to win a Finals MVP while being on the losing team?
Oh, that's tough.
In that NBA Finals series, he averaged 38 points, 5 boards, and 8 assists per game. All these facts that I'm giving y'all are pretty great and all, but if you haven't noticed, there's one thing that I didn't mention yet. And I know you guys are probably wondering, how many NBA championships did this guy win? What was his Finals record? Well, throughout his career, he went to the NBA Finals 9 times, and he had a record of 1-8.
And I want to know what's so damn funny.
I know, that's a terrible record to have. He currently holds the record for most finals losses by any NBA player in history. That's pretty ugly. What a huge blemish to have on your NBA resume. That's why he probably isn't mentioned as a top 3 to 5 point guard in NBA history. But to be honest and to be completely real with you guys, he took 8 finals lessons instead of 8 finals losses. With every single loss that he took in the finals, he learned about himself and his team's flaws. And all those L's that he took ended up being lessons, which turned him into a genius. Those 8 L's possibly created the greatest basketball mind to ever walk this earth. So it wasn't till the end of his NBA career when he found out how to truly win. Let's start off back in the 1980s. After his playing days were done, West was a scout for the Lakers for about 3 years. And in 1982, he became the general manager for the Los Angeles Lakers. So they kept him around the organization. And that man, Jerry West, played a big part in creating the Lakers dynasty in the 1980s. The dynasty won 5 NBA championships in just a span of 10 years. So once that era of dominance was over, it didn't take Jerry West too long to build the Lakers back up. In the year 1995, Jerry West won the Executive of the Year award because of how quickly he turned around that Lakers franchise. And he built a solid core of Vlade Divac and Nick Van Exel. And a couple years later, Jerry West made a move that would change the Lakers' future forever. He ended up trading for a future Hall of Famer, Kobe Bryant, in exchange for Vlade Divac to the Hornets at the time, who needed a center. So once that move was done, the Lakers had money left to spare, and Jerry West went after the 24-year-old Shaquille O'Neal. He also signed head coach Phil Jackson, who in his previous job won 6 NBA championships with the GOAT Michael Jordan. He did all that in the span of a few months. And just like that, Jerry West created another powerhouse that would dominate the NBA for a couple of years. And the rest is history. The Lakers went on to three-peat and win 3 championships with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dope to see Jerry West play a big part in 2 dominant eras for the Lakers and win 8 championships for them. So you know, when the Lakers started to fall apart, Jerry West decided to leave and he joined the Memphis Grizzlies in 2002. He joined them because he said he wanted to build a franchise that hasn't experienced much success. Hey, my guy Jerry! See this team right here? Come on, boy. We trash. So what's up, Jerry? Can you please make some shake and do your magic on the Atlanta Hawks? We trash. But anyways, with this time with the Memphis Grizzlies, he actually did a pretty solid job. In the 2003 NBA season, the Memphis Grizzlies finished with a record of 28-51. Garbage! match. Just a year later, Jerry West helped them and turned them into a playoff team, which won 50 games in an NBA season. 28 to 50, that boy a magician. And, yeah, that Grizzlies team was pretty good for a couple of years, but they started to fall apart and Jerry West ended up leaving the Grizzlies in 2007. So the Grizzlies went from trash to good and back to trash when Jerry West was there. So he did the absolute best job that he could with that squad. Okay, so a few years later, in May 2011, that's when Jerry West decided to join the Golden State Warriors. And he was labeled as an executive and a consultant. They always list that man like that. Just call him the GM. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure we all know what move was almost made that could have destroyed the Warriors. By the time Jerry West signed with the Golden State Warriors, they already had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And a year later, they got Draymond Green. So they got their little squad together without Jerry West's help. And Jerry West didn't really have to do any heavy lifting at the time. But with that being said, Jerry West did two very vital things for the Warriors. And these two things got the Warriors them 2 rings. So back in the day when Klay Thompson was younger and he played his first few seasons in the NBA, he was viewed as a good player with good potential, but he was unproven. So one day, Bob Myers and the rest of the Warriors front office came across this trade package. It involves Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, and David Lee, or K Love and Kevin Martin from the Timberwolves. And that Warriors front office was really intrigued by that trade because at the time, back in 2014, K Love was a top 10 player in the NBA and he was averaging 26 and 12. Back then, he didn't go by K Love. At least to me, I called him Big Body Pinhead because he gave his opponents each and every night the business. So they almost traded for that dude because of what he could bring to the offensive end with his 3-point shooting and also his passing ability. But Jerry West came in clutch. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier into the video or not, but did you guys know Jerry West's nickname was Mr. Clutch? And that's exactly what he came in. He came in clutch. And he put his foot down on them necks. And he urged the Warriors not to trade away Klay Thompson because of his defensive ability to cover for Steph Curry. And like I was saying, he put his foot down. And rumors came out saying Jerry West threatened to quit if they traded away Klay Thompson. Guys, Jerry put his foot on their neck. And I'm sure they really wanted to go through with that offer. But obviously they didn't, and things turned out the best for them because they listened to Jerry West. And literally going into that NBA season, Klay Thompson showed up and he showed out. And he scored 22 points a game on a crazy efficiency while being an elite defender. Coincidentally enough, that was the year they were supposed to trade the man. But that same year they went on to win their first NBA championship. So that's part one of what Jerry West had done for the Warriors. This next move that Jerry West did for Golden State is what made them OP. So during the summer of Kevin Durant's free agency, he got a call from my man Jerry West. And he pulled the finesse of a lifetime. He sweet talked KD and gave him 1,000,001 reasons to why he should sign with the Warriors. And it worked. It just took a phone call and a meeting with Jerry West and the rest of that Warriors staff. I'm pretty sure during that chat that Jerry West had with Kevin Durant that he mentioned his 8 finals losses. He reminded KD how unsuccessful he was in the postseason himself. So Jerry West was a key player that led Kevin Durant to sign with the Warriors. Still can't believe it.
That's tough.
Still can't believe he joined the Warriors. What a snake. Jerry West, hands down, has been the best GM, executive, consultant, whatever you want to call him. He's been the best at his job of whatever he does in the front office for 35 plus years. And currently, he's working with the Los Angeles Clippers, who just recently traded away CP3 and Blake Griffin. Didn't I just post a video yesterday on how the Pistons got finessed by Jerry West and the Clippers? Man, I'm telling y'all, man, if Jerry West can build a super team with the Los Angeles Clippers, it's over. The discussion is over. He is the best at what he does. He will be the best forever. All that losing that he did as a player paid off heavy because now he knows what it takes to be truly great and build super teams. I'm telling y'all, man, he turned them losses into lessons and he won a total of 11 NBA championships. 5 from the Showtime Lakers, 3 with Shaq and Kobe, 2 with the Golden State Warriors, and then 1 as a player. To be real, I just hope Jerry West can stop by and you know, work with my Atlanta Hawks for a little bit. I hope he can do his thing for this team before he gets too old, because it's not even fair. We are so trash, man. It's not even fair. But this is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you for watching, and I go out with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, so my girl, who'd ever thought?